it's your girl, and first and foremost, I want to say Happy Veterans Day to my fellow veterans. It doesn't matter what branch you served in. I always say one team, one fight. So thank you so much for those of you that have watching, that paved the way for me to serve 21 years in the world's greatest Air Force. Thank you to your family members that sacrificed right along with you. I just want to, once again say thank you. Even though this is the day that everyone else recognizes Veteran Day, here on Freedom After Service, we try to recognize our veterans throughout the year. So with that, in this video, I had the opportunity of interviewing a fellow veteran, actually while I was on a cruise on the Norwegian Escape. Now, if you guys thought I like cruising, this guy has been on over 32 cruises, I think he said. But the best thing about it is that what amazed me is that his new mission is to help fellow veterans get the benefits that they deserve. And you know what? He's doing that on cruise ships. Can you believe it? Now that is the type of job that I want in retirement, and I told him that. So with that, without further delay, let's just jump into the video. All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. I am so excited, you guys. I'm currently on a 7-day cruise on a Norwegian Escape, and like I talked about before in other videos, I love Norwegian because of their military appreciation, just the love that they provide to the military. So while here, I ran across this guy that you're looking at right now, and he is from the he's a veteran service organizer, and I'm gonna let him tell his story a little bit. But just from talking to him, I told him, dude, I gotta get you on my channel. I want my audience to hear what you're talking about, because who would have ever thought I would be on a cruise learning about my veteran benefits? So that's enough about me. So sir, please take it away and just introduce yourself quickly. What branch did you serve, and what did you do in the United States military?
Hi, my name is Jack Alley. I've been on NCL now for about 31, 32 years.
Crazy.
This is my 43rd cruise. Going back to why I decided to be a volunteer organizer and help disabled vets and vets in general, in about 12 or 13 years ago, I finally received my 100% PTS benefits from the Veterans Administration after attempting to receive them for over 48 years, denied 18 times because of a situation that occurred to me, and I felt that I was wronged and I wouldn't quit. A state senator, Clara McCaskill from the state of Missouri, assisted me in getting my benefits. Once she found out about it, within 22 months, I received my 100% and all my back pay. My anger subsided at the military and the VA for being overlooked so many times because of this reason or whatever reason, etc. they gave me. I decided that, since I love cruising, I decided that I would like to give back. So the following 3 months after I received my benefits, my wife and I were on a cruise, and I happened to know the general manager of this specific cruise ship, and I said,
so happened to know the general manager. Who just so happens to know a general manager of a freaking cruise ship?
And I said to him, I said, listen, do you know how many vets you got on your ship? He goes, no. And I said, well, I got an idea. I said, could you block out maybe an hour and a half time in one of your restaurants or an established area where I can sit down and talk to veterans and see if there was something that I could do to help them with their benefits and their problems, since I'd gone through all of this and I'd like to give back. He said, well, Jack, that's a great idea. The following day, they put it in the newsletter, and I had about 80 attendants at this, my very first veterans meet and greet, which is what they called it. And they gave me a nice signage, they put me in the area, they offered cookies, coffee. It was done really, really well. And out of the 80 individuals, there were probably about 18 or 19 who did not even know how to apply for benefits, much less what they were entitled to. And that's the beginning. Let's fast forward to 13 years later, and probably about 25 cruises later, I have been doing the veterans meet and greets on every single ship that I've been able to cruise with. We have helped, my wife is my assistant, and she has worked at the VA hospital for 21 years in ICU, so she takes care of us from the other direction.
Nice. It's a family affair.
Absolutely.
I love it.
It's done out of love. And we ended up, together, we have been able to help close to over 1,000 veterans so far. 221 or 223 have actually received benefits. But from being a non-vet, what is so close to my heart is 11 or 12 veteran individuals who were who had served time in country in Vietnam, were able to go back to their hometown, see their veteran hospital primary care doctor, get in the system, and get evaluated for Agent Orange to help prolong their life. If you know anything about Agent Orange, it is a horrible disease that has so far killed over 330,000 Vietnam vets. So even though I specialize in helping my Vietnam vets with Agent Orange and all these other issues, I work with Iraqi vets, I work with Afghanistan vets, even have worked with World War II vets.
Wow.
To try to help them get their benefits.
Most of the country, right? Not just in Missouri.
Oh yeah, no, I have on my Facebook page, I think I've got over 272,000 followers now.
Wow.
I'm a one-man shop. I hunk and peck, I go as I go.
He's about to get another assistant. He don't know it yet.
But it has been an absolute blessing because I love cruising,
Yeah,
and I love my vets. So for me, it's a perfect match.
it is. I think that it's just so awesome and such a unique way, right, to combine your passions, right, like with cruising and helping veterans. So you mentioned you're on Norwegian. Have you tried on other
I have.
Cruise lines to do what you're doing, and how did that work out?
No, I have not done on any other cruise line, but I have been on other cruise lines.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I fell in love with Norwegian because, let's face it, it's a pretty easygoing cruise line.
Yeah.
You go as you please. You eat when you want. You don't have a schedule.
Dress code.
I don't have a dress
code. You see that grumpy
code.
old vet shirt. You see that, right?
Yeah, that's my formal dinner apparel.
See?
But and I like that. My idea of vacation is just that, a vacation. I don't want to be stressed out.
I love it.
So that's why I do Norwegian.
I love it. And one of the questions that I have, I was like, oh, I didn't know that when you gave the other presentation, the difference between a veteran service organizer and a veteran service officer. What's the difference?
The veteran service officer gets paid.
Okay, through the VA?
Well, depending on what group they work with, whether they work with the DAV, which I work with a lot, or the American Auxiliary, or the VFW. Those are your basic three forms of veteran service officers. And these individuals are usually located in every VA hospital in the United States.
Right.
My preference has always been the DAV is because they are highly reactionary in the Missouri area where I live.
Okay.
That doesn't make that everybody else is worse or horrible. It's just my personal preference.
Absolutely. Gotcha. So, as a veteran service organizer, is it something that you just, from your experience, you started learning it yourself?
Yes.
Is there specific training for it?
I'm self-taught. No, after you spend 48 years taking on the federal government to prove your case, and you win, after you've been told 18 times that you're never going to win, but you never quit, you learn a lot from mistakes, mine and other people. My determination proved that if you really believe that something has happened in your present life or your past, and it is a result from your military time, and you have the opportunity to research to prove your case, the Veterans Administration will help you.
Gotcha.
But you've got to be able to get all the information together.
That makes sense. Well, before we wrap it up, I just want to end with this one question. What's one piece of advice? You've done this over 40 years, 40 cruises, 43, I think 43, you said. You and 43. Your wife combined is in the 80s?
76 with my wife.
76. What's one piece of advice? I would say two pieces. One about cruising, right? So
Okay.
if there is someone watching this video that has never been on a cruise, whether it's Norwegian or whatever, right? I know your experiences with
Sure,
Norwegian, but
sure.
if someone hasn't been on a cruise, what's one piece of advice you would give? And the next question that I have is, what's one piece of advice for if there's a veteran out there, what would you tell them about their benefits going forward?
Well, let me answer the second question first.
Gotcha.
If there's a veteran out there, please understand that the Veteran Administration has a very simple rule. If something happened to you from the day you enlisted until the day you were discharged, and it changed your life one way or the other, and it's most of the time it's negative, whether it's your knees, your neck, etc., the burden of proof of that action is upon you. If you have information that can assist the VA in verifying that there is some responsibility, the VA will then take care of you, whether it be monetarily or whether it be physically or mentally. They will take care of you. Now, in reference to cruising, the piece of advice that I would give anyone who starts cruising is to do a lot of research work, ask a lot of questions, and not necessarily the people that are booking your cruises.
That's true.
Okay, there are many, many websites. As an example, you can get on Facebook and go to ncl.com or NCL Cruises or what have you. There are one cruise site, which I'm a member of, has 32,000 members.
Oh, wow.
Ask questions.
Okay.
Get Facebook is a wonderful piece of information. Depending on whatever cruise line you want, talk to the passengers. They know the ins and outs. Especially people who have cruised an awful lot.
Like yourself.
They get to point A to point B with having to go through 10 tons of red tape.
That's it. Well, I thank you so much for taking the time. If you guys haven't peeked out, you know, that's Air Force. Y'all know I'm Air Force, so it is what it is.
Yeah, we passed the test.
We passed the test. Well, thank you so much, and
My
I
pleasure.
hope you enjoy the rest of your cruise with
I
your
will.
beautiful wife.
God bless you, and thank you for the interview.
Thank you so much.
There you have it, friends. And to VSO Jack, I hope you're watching. Hey, and thank you so much for sharing your wealth of information and your story with us. It surely has blessed me, and I wish you continued success on your new mission to help our fellow veterans get all the benefits that they deserve. So everyone, if you like the video, just make sure that you subscribe, like, and better yet, make sure you share it with someone else. And with that, before we forget, make sure that you continue to redefine freedom for yourself. Until next time.